Hiya, Birgit here. So, welcome to today's vlog, which is to celebrate the results of the 2015 general election. So, David Cameron is back in power and we have a Tory majority government. Yay! Now, I am over the moon because I love David Cameron. I think he is such a charismatic, powerful leader. It's like whenever anyone asks him a question, he never answers what they've asked him. He just says exactly what he wants to say, and it comes out of his small, little, tight mouth with his really little, neat teeth and his thick, viscose, posh boy saliva inside. And I just think it's really hot and it's really kind of alpha male because he is just in control compared to like Ed Miliband, who has this really big mouth and these really kind of crooked, rambling teeth. And when someone asks him a question, he stops, he thinks about the question, and he says a really thoughtful answer. And it's just like, that's not what a leader does. That's really weak and that's really beta, and I really don't respect it. It's like when he was on that question time thing with David Dimbleby, when he got off the stage, he stumbled, Ed Miliband. And it's so cringy. It's like statesmen don't stumble. They're not human. They're just perfect. So, and David Cameron's got a really pretty wife and she's got a really cool job and she makes really pretty notebooks and she wears really fashionable clothes. And I just love them. I just think they're great leaders and that's what I want. And I suppose the main issues in the election were the NHS and the economy. And David Cameron really cares about the NHS. It's like there's this really sad story that you probably never heard because he hardly mentioned, well, he mentioned it sometimes, but not very much at all, where he had a really disabled son who died a few years ago, and him and Samantha, they had to like use the NHS loads to get treatment for their son. So he knows firsthand how important the NHS is, and he'd never used that in a kind of manipulative way politically. Like he hardly mentioned, well, he did mention it quite a lot, but he'd never exploit the fact. Because if you think how hard it must be for them, they come from such good gene pools. To have had a son with so many genetic flaws, they must have found him quite like disgusting, mustn't they? Its vulnerability is just weakness. It's really unattractive and quite disgusting, isn't it? Um, yeah, so they've saved the NHS. I mean, even if, okay, so they might privatise it, contracts to companies, and David Cameron's friends might be able to make quite a lot of money out of it, which is great. But they'll keep it free at the point of delivery for some people for a little while longer, so that's really good. And then with the economy, it's like Labour were just so rubbish, whereas the Tories, they're so good at looking after like the top 1%, the creme de la creme. And there's this thing called trickle down economics where the money will trickle down to some people. So if they are successful in just like culling the bottom third of society, like the runts of the human litter, then if we can completely get rid of them, it will be such an amazing world. It's like there'll be waitresses everywhere and really good private schools and everyone wear really smart clothes. So that could be really cool. Because Labour, they can't even do sums. When they were in the government last time, they spent so much money. Okay, and it was on things like schools and hospitals and Sure Start and kind of preventative things for society. But and then they left this letter saying, I'm sorry, there's no money left to the Treasury. And poor David Cameron, again, in this campaign, election campaign, he had to keep pulling out this letter to show people, the seriousness. Like, it wasn't a joke letter. It's dead serious. There's no money left. So it's really good we're in safe hands with the Tories. So I'm really happy about that. So I hope you're celebrating Election Day too and you're feeling really over the moon. I'm sorry I haven't done a vlog for ages. I've been really unwell. But I'm hoping with the Tory government, staying in power, I'll feel incentivized to be more entrepreneurial. Either that or I'll just wither away and die as one of the runts that gets culled. So either way, it's a win-win for the economy. So it's all good. So happy election day. Love you and bye.